Hi, this is Eddie Hearn, and you're watching Lights Out.
This is FAISAL Khan for Lights Out, and with me via Zoom, I'm delighted to be joined by the savage Alen Babic. Alen, how's
Hello.
it, man?
Very good. Thank you for having me. Just great. Just resting, waiting for another victim. Savage going mad again.
Well, first of all, it's a pleasure having you on. We always enjoy speaking to you. You say you're waiting for another victim. Obviously, you're going to have to be waiting patiently. Before we talk about potential future victims, as you like to call them, let's just talk a little bit about the last fight, which was a few weeks ago against Tom Little. Looking back on it, what's your overall thoughts on your performance?
Well, I'm really, really pleased with the fight. That is the way I always want to box. I want every my fight to look like that. It was pure mayhem in the ring. It was chaos, and in chaos I prosper. I just enjoy chaos, and it was pure chaos. And I really like the fight. I think Tom Little did good actually. When you look at the fight, he had his time, his moments. But I was just relentless. And he couldn't keep it up. But I think it was a good fight, very good fight. I hope the fans liked it.
Well, yeah, it was a good fight. It was a good test for yourself. Obviously, Tom Little retired the day after the fight. I know there was a bit of back and forth in the press conference and the media week between yourself and Tom, but now that Tom's retired, what's your overall thoughts on Tom, and what's your message to him now that he's going to be out of boxing for good?
Well, listen, I told him. Neil Kennedy also said he's retiring after my fight. After our fight, it's a tough fight. It's a tough beating. And it kind of it mixes up your emotions and everything. I don't think he's gonna retire. I told to him, I think you're gonna fight again. I think he was the best at his best weight. His best form. So I think he has more to give to boxing. I think people are gonna want to see him because he does good fights. He's an entertainer. He's a natural entertainer, and I really don't think he's retired for good. It was just after the fight. He was all sorts of problems. In his head. But when you calm those demons down, you see that you can continue. It's not the end of the road.
Well, you're right. He is entertaining. He's a real joyful person to be around. I've spent a bit of time with Tom myself, a bit of time with him myself in the past. So, if he does retire and he chooses not to fight again, boxing will miss him because, as you said, he's an entertainer, he's a joyful person, and he's a funny character. But let's move on. Let's talk a bit about yourself. 2021 is a big year for the heavyweight division, and I'm pretty sure you've got big plans with working alongside Dillian Whyte and Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. What exactly is the targets for 2021 for yourself?
Well, it's the same target as for 2020. I just want to fight. I just want to fight. I want 10 fights. I want 10 fights in 2021. I know it's going to be hard, but I want to give that to fans. I want to give that to the people because they showed me so much love. And the least I can do is fight often. And make you all entertained. That's all I want to do. And all those stuff like those belts and everything, that will come. That's inevitable. Nobody can stop that now. It's in the motion. Nobody can stop it. So I just want to fight. I just want to enjoy my time fighting. And let Dillian Whyte, my manager, my coaches, take care of the rest.
That's a lot of fights in 1 year. 10 fights in 1 year. It might be.
I would really like it. I would really like 10 fights in 1 year.
Well, if anyone can do it, it's definitely you. The heavyweight division is just a division that just gets exciting fight after fight, and I wouldn't say it blew wide open, but it took another turn a couple of weeks ago when Daniel Dubois fought Joyce. The majority of the boxing world had Daniel Dubois going into that fight as the clear favorite, but Joyce in the end was the winner of that fight, put in a tremendous performance. There's been so many things said after the fight. about Daniel Dubois. There's things been said about Joyce that he's finally ready to take on the world. Firstly, Alan, what was your thoughts on the fight, and what's your thoughts on Daniel Dubois and people saying that he sort of quit during the fight and that he sort of didn't want to continue because either he was too injured or because Joyce was too much for him on the night?
Well, for the first of all, I didn't saw the fight as a great fight. I don't know why, because I see people like the fight, and I really respect that, but I didn't saw it as anything special. I think they were a little slow, both of them. I don't know. It was kind of like slow motion. I don't know. I don't want to badmouth. They are great champions. Joyce did so much in boxing as did Dubois, but I'm not impressed by anything I saw. And for the Dubois taking the knee, I don't know. If I knew my eye socket is broken, I would still continue. So I can't say that I wouldn't. I can't say I'm going to be smart and quit inside of the ring. I would never do that, because people are watching. They expect a war, and I'm going to give them a war no matter what. If I need to die in the ring, I will do it. That's just my thinking. Dubois is much younger than me, so obviously he can't think like that. But I don't know. I didn't enjoy that fight like most of you did. I don't know. I didn't see nothing special. Joyce was just jabbing, and Dubois did nothing. He was scared. So I don't know. I was depressed with the fight.
You obviously said that if you had a broken eye socket, you would have continued no matter what. A lot of people have looked at it as a positive thing that Daniel stopped fighting because it could have, in the long term, maybe permanently damaged his eye. Do you think it's fair, some of the criticism that he's receiving from the public and, of course, from pundits, fighters from the past and present? Do you think that the criticism he's receiving is fair, or do you think that boxing world should be getting behind him right now?
Well, listen, it's not fair, obviously, because it is a life-threatening situation. But listen, boxing is a tough sport. He knew where he's going. He's paid to do that. We are paid to fight as gladiators. I would never quit. I don't know. I didn't think he quit, but he did take a knee. When I go into the boxing ring and people pay to see me fight, I'm gonna give them all. But that's just me. He didn't do it, so I don't think the boxing is the right place for him. Then, I don't know, because I am a bit extreme about that. I'm not the best person to be asked to that. I'm a savage right now. So savage doesn't fucking care. I don't fucking care about injuries. I'm broken. My whole body is fucking broken, brother. Listen to me. I fight 10 years. I fought with broken arms. I fought without a gum shield. I forget my gum shield. I fought without it. Fuck it. I don't care. So I don't say nothing bad about Dubois. He should stop, but I don't know how he's gonna continue after. He's gonna have that on his shoulder his whole career. And everybody now is so sensitive. Everything is so sensitive. I don't understand it. Boxing is not the ring is not the place to be sensitive. I wanna injure you. Savage wants to injure you. So I can't cry when something like that happens. I really do. So I'm not the best person for that question.
Hence to why you're called the Savage. I spoke to Christopher Lovejoy. I'd done an interview with him previously, and I asked him who would he'd like to fight next. He said his next two ideal fights against Joyce and, of course, yourself. Now, he's only just burst onto the scene in terms of making a name for himself in the UK. You've been a known fighter in the UK now for, I believe all the way back to the Shawndell Winters fight. You want to stay active. You're saying you want 10 fights next year. Is the Christopher Lovejoy fight a fight you'd be interested in making?
Well, I would because he's an enigma like myself. We are two fighters. They still don't give me the respect I deserve. So I'm still an enigma. Nobody knows what I can do, and nobody knows who the Christopher Lovejoy is. I didn't saw one fight. Did you saw his fight? There are no fights of him on YouTube. So nobody knows what he's made of, and I would like to expose him or say that yes, you're good. You know, you went through a war. You know, maybe even he beat me. I don't know. You know, because it's interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. You know, because he fought some guys that are not known. You know, some in Mexico desert or something. You know, so it's very funny and interesting. I would take the fight in an instant. And of course, I don't think he's right to call out Joyce, you know, because he's not tested. He's not tested. He needs to be tested, you know. If he want to be tested by the Savage, I'm all in for it, you know, because it's all hell with me. You know, so he is gonna be tested if you put him in the ring with me. You know.
It's definitely interesting if we can get that fight on. Two undefeated heavyweights, both just coming through the scene in terms of, you know, the UK public. It's something that I would definitely welcome. You're 30 years old now, Alen. World titles. At what point do you want to see yourself in the ring with the likes of the Tyson Furies, the Anthony Joshuas, the Deontay Wilders, and who knows, maybe even the Dillian Whites as well? I mean, you're both in the same division. I know he looks after you, but if it happens, it's all business at the end of the day, and it's, you know, it's another path in your way. When can we see these fights potentially? When do you think we'll see you in with the big names of the heavyweight division?
Well, like I said, listen, I just go fight by fight. I learned to live in the moment, for the moment. You know, I don't go that far. You know, that could be far, or that could be next year. You know, we don't know. So I can't tell you what. I would like to tell you, but I can't answer you. I don't care about all. They're all just when Savage enters the ring, I don't see another man. I just see a nemesis. I see an opponent. You know, I don't care who are you. You know, I don't know, Morgan De Saux was small, Chandel Winters was small, Tom Little was big, and I did the same stuff. You know, I don't care what's your name. I don't care what titles you have. I just do my thing. You know, I do my thing for the people. You know, so I don't think about them. But it could be next year. It could be 222. Could be anytime. But I would never fight Dillian White. You know, I said it a couple of times. I respect him so much and too much, and I'm his warrior. You know, he's in my corner, and I'm in his corner. And I will never take the fight. I don't want this fight. You know, there's so many guys that I wanna beat. I wanna punch in the face. You know, but Dillian White is not one of them. You know, so there's a lot of great guys other than Dillian White that I will fight through my way to the top.
Fair enough. It's good to see that you've got that level of respect for Dillian, and he's obviously doing a lot for your career as well. Final question, Alen. Give us a prediction for Saturday night's fight between Anthony Joshua and Kubrat Pulev. What do you think happens?
Well, I said there is something in the air about the Pulev. You know, there is something. You know, he's looking good in shape. He's strong, veteran. He knows his way around the ring. You know, but I think Joshua will take it. I think Joshua ends it by inside of the 6 rounds KO.
Well, it's definitely a fight to look forward to. It'd be good to see Anthony Joshua back in the ring, and it's heavyweight boxing. One punch can change anything. Alen, is there anything else you'd like to add as we bring the interview to an end?
I just wait for me, my army. You know, I'm gonna be by your side next month. So it's gonna be beautiful. I can't wait for the fight. You know, I'm just so eager, and Savage is getting out all the time, and I just wanna. Right now, I'm still not training. I'm gonna start training in like 5 days, and I'm just miserable without the fights. You know, Savage doesn't like that. I'm like, for the first 2 weeks is good after the fight, and then I just go into that hole, into you could say it almost a depression. I just want to fight. I just want to fight. I have full of fights in me. I have 8 more years of fights in me. You know, I just want to fight all the time. And just wait, the Savages, you're gonna make the world shocked again.
Well, patience is a virtue. But now, listen, Alen, thank you very much for your time. A pleasure as always. It's always fun speaking to you. We hope you have a good Christmas and, of course, a happy New Year. And we hope you stay safe throughout these tough times that we're all going through. And we look forward to seeing you back in the UK in early 2021.
Thank you, brother. All the same to you, and be good. Keep up the good work, and see you soon.
Likewise, Alen Babic, thank you very much for talking to Lights Out.